History remembers kings and warriors by their victories, but sometimes the greatest legends are written not in triumph, but in tragedy. This is the story of Ashwatthama, the immortal warrior cursed to wander the earth, his wound forever bleeding, a ghost of the Mahabharata still said to roam among us. Ashwatthama was born to Guru Dronacharya and Kripi. From the very beginning, his life was marked by greatness. Legends say he was born with a gem embedded on his forehead, called the money, that gave him protection from hunger, thirst, and fatigue. He trained under his father and grew into a warrior with unmatched mastery over celestial weapons. He fought alongside the Kauravas in the Kurukshetra war, respected even by the Pandavas as a formidable force. Yet, beneath his strength, Ashwatthama lived in the shadows of his father. His honor, his pride, and his very identity were tied to Drona's name. The war raged on. When Bhima killed Dushasana and Karna fell to Arjuna's arrows, the Kauravas crumbled. Then came the cruelest blow. To defeat Drona, Krishna and the Pandavas used a trick. Bhima cried out, "Ashwatthama is dead." But he was not referring to the warrior. He meant an elephant named Ashwatthama. Drona, hearing the half-truth, dropped his weapons. His heart shattered at the thought of losing his son. In that moment of vulnerability, Drona was slain. When Ashwatthama learned of his deception, his soul burned with fury. His father, the man he revered more than the gods, had been killed through trickery. From that moment, vengeance consumed him. On the 18th night of the war, while silence covered the battlefield, Ashwatthama crept into the Pandavas' camp. The Pandavas themselves were absent, but their young sons, the Upapandavas, children of Draupadi, slept peacefully in their tents. Blinded by rage, Ashwatthama entered the camp like a shadow, and there, in the dead of the night, he slaughtered the innocents in their sleep. The cries of the children, the blood of the innocent, this was not the act of a warrior, it was the act of a man consumed by hatred. The dawn broke. Draupadi collapsed upon seeing the lifeless bodies of her sons. Her screams shook the heavens. The Pandavas dragged Ashwatthama before Krishna, and it was there that justice was delivered. Krishna declared, "You will carry your sins for eternity. Your gem will be taken from your forehead. The wound will never heal. It will bleed until the end of time. For 3,000 years you shall wander this earth, never to die, never to find peace. You will be shunned along bearing the weight of your crime." The money was ripped out from Ashwatthama's forehead. Blood poured endlessly, a wound that time itself could not close. From that day, Ashwatthama became a cursed wanderer. Centuries passed. Empires rose and fell. Kings, dynasties, and invaders all came and went, but Ashwatthama remained. Legends across India whispered of sighting of a tall, wounded man, with eyes burning with sorrow and a forehead that bleeds without end. In the forests of Madhya Pradesh, villagers speak of a stranger who appears at night, asking for herbs to stop his wound. By morning, he is gone. In Gujarat's Snownath temple, priests have claimed that a mysterious figure comes to make offerings, never speaking but leaving the scent of ancient sandalwood behind. In Rajasthan, tribes tell of a man who seeks food and disappears into the desert mists, leaving behind bloody footprints. Even the Britishers left strange records. In the early 20th century, officers in Madhya Pradesh noted stories of a wandering warrior. He was said to have approached villages, his forehead bleeding, his eyes fierce yet hollow. When questioned, he would vanish into the forests. These accounts, written by men of logic and empire, remain buried in the archives, unexplained to this day. Is Ashwatthama truly immortal, or is he only a myth, born from the guilt of war and imagination of villagers? Perhaps he is a spirit cursed to walk in flesh. Perhaps he is just a story to children. But one truth remains. The curse of Ashwatthama is more than a legend. It is a lesson of how vengeance can consume even the mightiest of warriors. How one act of rage can erase a lifetime of honor. Some say immortality is a blessing, but Ashwatthama shows us it can be the greatest curse. To live forever carrying shame with no redemption in sight. That is a punishment worse than death. And so, as you walk through the forgotten temples or wander into dense forests, remember, somewhere, perhaps watching from the shadows, a cursed warrior may be still wandering, alone, searching for a peace he will never find. This was the hidden law, stories where myth and histories meet and legends still breathe. Subscribe and uncover the mysteries that time has never forgotten.